In the pits, friendship. But as we spin on, in the blink of an eye, death awaits.
3,
as the robot gladiators
2,
enter the arena.
Activate.
Let the wars begin!
Welcome to Heat B of Robot Wars. It's enough to drive you crazy.
Look at their eyes.
The quick and the dead. They're all judged here fast, furious. We're on fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Oh, this is Robot Wars, the 7th Wars, which is proving to be one of the most explosive wars yet. And it's not surprising, because this year our robots are fighting for a cash pot of over £20,000. It's made them more determined, more aggressive, and more destructive than ever before. And have you picked yourself a winner yet? Well, there's a lot more robots to come, so watch this space as we let the wars begin.
Coming up, 8 bash 'em, crash 'em, smash 'em specialists split into 2 battles, wicked weaponry, flamboyant flippers, evil names like the Grim Reaper. Newcomers in lurid garb to spin a dream or two. 8 compete, but only 1 makes it through.
From Wilton in Northamptonshire, can opener.
Never beyond round 1 of a Robot Wars heat.
You have got a selection of jaws. And which jaw are you going to have on when you first go in?
Well, it depends who we're matched against, but probably these, because they inflict quite a lot of damage, and these are the jaws that will fit most sizes.
An invertible running robot with 4 sets of hydraulic interchangeable piercing jaws. The ground clearance low, good. The success rate of this previously, very, very bad.
From Bognor Regis in West Sussex, the Grim Reaper.
Not seen since the Third Wars when it lost in its heat.
Standing with death himself, this is the Grim Reaper. Very frightened at this point, I've got to say it. Not only because the Grim Reaper's there, but look at their eyes. What have you done to them?
Nothing, we're dead.
They're dead.
We're dead. Zombies.
Good luck, you lot.
Thank you very much.
There's nothing you're afraid of?
No.
Charlie? No.
I'm afraid of them, though. Has a CO2 flipper, 24 volt, 750 watt energy, compact, strong, quick. You worry about the lack of experience.
From Colne in Lancashire, Big Nipper.
An improved version of an old machine once beaten by the Great Razor in the 5th Wars.
Why did it take you 2 years to come back?
We decided to build a proper robot this time.
But you kept the same name?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. Well, we didn't think anyone would remember the last robot.
Oh, we know everything. So what is on Big Nipper that we should look out for?
Crushing jaws that lift up and down.
Crushing jaws that lift up and down. Is it a flipper?
It's a lifter more than a flipper.
It's a lifter, not a flipper. I'm learning lots.
8-wheel driven with the crusher lifter weapon and the interchangeable scoop and draw. Strong armour, wheels on both sides, can self-right, but the wheels are exposed and it's easily flipped.
From Horsham in West Sussex, Barbaric Response.
The Barber family machine hoping to cut short the opposition here.
Do you think you're going to win?
Yes.
Brilliant. That'll be great, wouldn't it?
Yes.
What would you do with all the prize money? Spend it on sweets?
No.
No. Would you build a bigger, better robot?
No.
No.
Buy a new car and a holiday.
That's the youngest looking 17-year-old I've ever seen. Aluminium chassis and armour. The homemade electronic interface gives very good manoeuvrability. Has a very effective titanium edge body flipper too.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the 2 teams. A family affair, the Smiths and Grim Reaper on the left, the Barbers and Barbaric Response on the right. Graham Dawson captains Big Nipper on the left, and Andrew Kane, can opener on the right. in the arena for the house robots. Mr. Psycho with a hammer and claw. And his pet pooch Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Can opener, top of your picture, moving slowly. The Grim Reaper off to a good start. Can opener up on its side. Okay, bounces down. Big Nipper was scuttling very quickly. Was tossed though. Good flick by Barbaric Response. Lost in round 2 of Series 6 to Firestorm 4. Firestorm, a very good machine. The Grim Reaper with Dr. Death awaiting. Gets a good little flick on Big Nipper. Big Nipper is a small machine, though it is still 100 kilos in weight. You wouldn't believe it's just wedged in underneath the Grim Reaper's slipper there. That's a good place to be. And it can then push the Grim Reaper onto the side. Can opener and Barbaric Response in their own little duel. Can you see Can opener had a grip there? The Grim Reaper seems to be in trouble. It was a big bite from the Big Nipper. No great danger sustained. That's a good little duel going on in there between the two of them. Evenly matched. That's okay. The Big Nipper is invertible, can run either way up. Keen concentration in the control zone. Now the Grim Reaper being pushed by Big Nipper. Big Nipper driven by Graham Dawson. Mark Lum at the weapon controls. Harold Lum, also a member of the team. Grim Reaper away. We saw a while back a picture of Charlie Smith, a little spy in the team. Barbaric Response, the meat in the sandwich. Can opener has a grip. In comes Growler with a pound. So quick across the arena floor, the fastest of the house robots. Big Simon Smith, the boss of the Grim Reaper team, watches on. The pit release has been depressed by Growler. Down it goes. Pit, 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 they cry. Barbaric Response could get a shove in there any moment from Can opener. Can Can opener get enough traction on the arena floor? Big Nipper and Grim Reaper are out of danger at the moment. Are they, I wonder? Big Nipper using the lifting arm, the crusher, dual weapon to self-right. Time is ticking down, no one down the pit yet. Heave, ho, will it go? Yes, no. It all goes to the judges. They'll have to decide. Martin Smith, Professor Noel Shark in the middle, and Matt Irving. And this is what they're watching. They're marking on control, style, damage, and aggression. Like that from Grim Reaper. I don't think there was much damage caused. Good style, though, I think, all the way through from Big Nipper. Avoiding trouble, then driving on. Good marks there for Big Nipper. Can opener, did it do enough? I don't think Barbaric Response did.
Well, the judges still haven't made their decision. There's no pressure, judges, but the Grim Reaper is lurking. Let's give them a few more minutes. We'll get the decision after the break.
And while the more fur-brained of us try and work out what the judges are going to do, coming up we'll have another first-round battle with a fur-lined friend. And some teeny titans for you too. You've just joined us. You missed a tense tussle. Barbaric Response, Can opener, the Grim Reaper and Big Nipper. Our first fight of the night, all standing at the end. And it went to the judge's decision.
Welcome back to Robot Wars. Before the break, we had a fantastic battle. The judges have been deliberating all through the break. They finally made the decision, and Big Nipper and Grim Reaper, they go through!
From Bampton in Oxfordshire, Killer Cat.
A new robot, but perfectly shaped to cause trouble.
Discuss what this robot does, please, Chris.
Right, this is a special one. It can work either way up, taking the design on somebody else quite famous with 4 wheels. We have a nice heavy-duty disc on the front with some chisels, which will actually do quite a bit of damage.
Now, you have chosen to cover Killer Cat in fur. It's going to go up like a match, isn't it?
I hope so.
Looks like our old friend Pussycat to me. The strength, joystick drive electronics and the high-speed 3-foot diameter disc. The weaknesses, exposed tyres, the high ground clearance and the fur.
From Southampton in Hampshire, Jackson Wallop.
A psychedelic nightmare or just codswallop?
So it's a spinner.
It's a spinner, yeah. The Wallop in the Jackson comes from this thing here. It's 1.2 metres in diameter, the biggest you can go.
What about your tactics? What are your tactics going to be out there?
Get out there and wallop.
A box chassis with an exposed wheel either side and the 360-degree encircling spinning weapon on top. It's vulnerable if the weapon stops and there's no SREMEC, no self-righting mechanism.
From Swindon in Wiltshire, Gyrobot.
Will this be employed later in the series or picking up a Robot Wars gyro?
Now, what does it do? It looks like it's going to spin.
Yes, that's it. We've got an outer shell here. It's 40 kilograms. That spins at about 800 revs per minute. We can spin the drive on the centre as well, which will double the speed up to about 1500.
What's your biggest fear in there?
Flipped out the arena, I think.
Well, good luck. Enjoy your first
Thank
wars.
you very much.
We're in it together. It's my first wars. Let's do one of these.
Thanks.
First wars together.
Very quick at 20 miles an hour. The weapon consists of the 35-kilo outer rim spinning at 750 RPM, but lack of experience could count.
From Oxford in Oxfordshire and number 3 seed, Terahertz.
Hugely experienced, the number 3 seed. Hang on a minute, where are they? Hello?
Now, this is Terahertz's bench. They are, of course, the number 3 seed, and as you can see, they're not here yet. Everybody else has managed to make it. I don't know where they are, but I'm going to go and find them.
It's a shame, but obviously it's got to be ready to fight when it arrives, and it isn't.
Exactly,
so,
yeah. No, we've put 4 months hard work into it, but...
Yeah, the end result is that disqualification, unfortunately, young sir.
Okay, thanks, Derek.
Yep.
Derek has spoken. It is disqualification for Terahertz. How do you feel?
Gutted, as they say.
Roboteers, stand by.
Oh dear, and then there were 3, and they're all in that booth. Jackson Wallop on the left, Gyrobot in the middle, and Killer Cat on the right. I don't look so miserable. Give us a wave. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, one will do. Cassius Chrome is in there for the House Robots, our newcomer. And, of course, there's Shunt.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Ready the major shot, then. The number 3 seeds have gone out. Disqualified, Terahertz. 2 of these remaining 3 will survive. Killer Cat looks ponderous. Gyrobot the quicker, but thrust away. Jackson Wallop with the big slam. Killer Cat slow, having a look. They're ricocheting in there. Looks like a pinball machine out there, the arena floor. There we're seeing Chris Arnell, Linda Underwood and Dale Underwood in the Killer Cat team. And they're being picked on at the moment. Little Kitty suffering from the dogs of war. Jackson Wallop and Gyrobot. Jackson Wallop with the flail. The fur's actually standing up pretty well, isn't it? Well, the tyres, though, we mentioned them right at the top. They're exposed, high ground clearance. It's not exactly wham bam, is it, at the moment? And Killer Cat in trouble. The ref box just got in there to have a look. He'll judge whether the Killer Cat is still moving or just being pushed by Gyrobot. I think the end is nigh to you. Gyrobot gives it a little push and Jackson Wallop comes in. Killer Cat on its side. Bent and buckled. The fur has been ripped. Go on, push it onto that flame pit. I dare you. Go on. That's the Jackson Wallop team we've just seen there. Helen Thorpe. Ref bottle counted out. Oh, don't spoil the fun. Get it on the flame pit. That's it. Bring fur into the arena. You've got to expect this. Delicious. He looks grim, the ref bot. And the end of Killer Cat. Got a love heart there, I think it was. broken-hearted. I love Matilda. You won't meet her. That's a shame. And what happens now to the killer cat? We'll see what Shunt can do. I shouldn't laugh, really. You know, the team spend months preparing, hard work, hours every day. But it's great, isn't it? But all that work comes to precisely nothing. They're cruel. Pit, 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 pit. Or the floor flipper. I think some of them are shouting flip, flip, flip. Some of them are shouting pit, pit, pit. And off the flipper it comes. Let's have a look again. 100 kilos, don't forget. Tossed effortlessly, leaving smoke in its trail.
Cease.
So, all in a stew, the Killer Cat crew on the right there. They've gone out, leaving the Jackson Wallop team and Gyrobot in the green to go through.
Well, 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 well. Killer Cat gets roasted and flipped out the competition. Terahertz, the third seed, disqualified, didn't even make the arena. That means Gyrobot and Jackson Wallop, they go through.
Confirmation. Terahertz didn't make it. Gyrobot out. Jackson Wallop and Killer Cat through then to the second round. This is how they'll line up there. Gyrobot will meet the Grim Reaper. Jackson Wallop will meet Big Nipper.
Let's take time out from the Seventh Wars for tonight's special event. Throughout the series, we're also going to be hosting the Featherweight Championships. So let's bring them on. They're small, they're fast, and they're bad.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the featherweights then. Rip from Nottingham, Kitty from Redditch, and there's Alpha from Colville, Leicestershire. They're the teams together. Alpha on the left, Ripper in the middle, and Kitty on the right-hand side. Here's Mini Maul with the full-body spinner and the scoop. Cheese 2 with the hammer in the middle. Prince of Ore with the big flipper. And there's Cygnus and the teams together. Mini Maul on the left, then Cheese 2 and Prince of Ore and Cygnus on the right-hand side peering out. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho. And Sir Killalot. Oh, goodness me, a heavyweight duo for this featherweight battle. Growler in there as well.
3, 2, 1, activate.
We have unleashed the dogs of hell on the first of 3 featherweight battles, after which there will be a final later on in the series. And Prince of Ore gets an early flick in there from Rip. Through the air it sails. I've got a little fancy for Kitty, which is right in the middle of things there. But it's Rip with the green and yellow showing up early on. Just saw Kitty bottom of the picture. That's Cheese 2 being neatly controlled. Kitty again, you see the flipper there of Rip, the pneumatic flipper. 2 9.6 volt motors. Who's that in trouble? Cygnus, but righted and okay. The action is frantic. Oh, they don't... They don't get anywhere near that hammer, do they? He's squished. Look at the size comparison. Oh, dear. Poor Rip. Oh. It's like just crumpling up a sweet packet. The pit release has been activated. Growler and Madden spin. Go on, Growler, get down that pit. Away and out of trouble. I think it was Mini Maul in there. Oh, Cygnus. Now, which way will Killalot go? He's peering out. Prince of Ore caught by Rip, or is it pushing Rip? But Rip had good traction there. Kitty in with a little side slam on Cheese 2. Alpha, we haven't seen much of Alpha yet. Alan Young, 18 years of age. Driving and designing. What was that? What on earth was that? Whatever it was is no more. It's no more. Get in the background, there's nothing left. That's what was left of Cygnus. About to be thrust up in the air, I think, from the floor flipper. See how... Oh, maybe not yet. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're getting them all together. Cheese 2 in there as well. Punctured. Kitty wants to stay out of damage. The clock ticks down. That's come down with snow on it.
Cease.
Oh dear, that was great. Look at this. Whee! Up you go. One's out of the arena and the other one landed on the moon, I think. Whoa, that was terrific stuff. And down the pit too. Don't ask me who went through. I haven't got a clue. Craig will have to tell you. It's the first time in the history of Robot Wars I've been totally lost for words.
That was fantastic. The featherweights are so much fun. The flipper got a hole in one. Some of the featherweights were squashed, but 4 remain. And the judges are going to make a decision, so the 2 go through. They're looking at style, control, damage and aggression. While they're making up their mind, though, let's relive that fantastic battle.
Oh, how do you pick up the pieces of this one? Well, Rip, right in the middle of your picture, did well, and then got caught. Oh, that was a blow to Cygnus. Rip was still active then. I think that was Mini-Mall, you know. It was Mini-Mall. Oh, dear. This is where the judges have to earn their money.
And the judges have made the decision. They've gone for the flippers, Prince of Ore and Rip. You guys are through. How do you feel about that?
Amazing. First time, amazing.
Yeah.
Really well.
I mean, why build the small ones? Why not just go for the big?
I haven't got any room. And I'm getting the back of my car as well.
Yeah.
No, I think they're very more difficult to build because the weight limit. I mean, I was just on 12 kilos and I had to drill thousands of holes in it.
Yeah.
Something that small, but no, I'm pleased. It performed well, really well.
Congratulations, you're through. You guys.
Yes.
Hey.
Surprised.
You're surprised?
Yes. Because we lost our flipper halfway through. The gas bottle froze up.
Yeah. But I mean, what do you think of those house robots? The size of it compared to you guys?
When we were picked up by the big one, it was a bit of a shock.
When the flipper flipped them, I mean, it was like one of them went over the arena wall, I think.
That's right, yeah, they don't mess around.
Okay, congratulations, lads. I love the featherweight competition. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to all our roboteers. Join me after the break when we get down and dirty with more Metal Mayhem.
Coming up in the next part of our programme, our second round battles. Who'll make the heat final, Grim Reaper or Gyrobot? Jackson Wallop or Big Nipper? We're back in a moment. If you've just joined us, you've missed the sight of a flying cat and the most amazing hole-in-one. Ever scored one like that?
Welcome back to Robot Wars. Round 1 down, 4 robots put down. A fate almost as scary as fighting one-on-one.
Coming up in round 2, Big Nipper and Jackson Wallop. But first, the Grim Reaper and Gyrobot. James in the pits.
Congratulations, you are through, Gyrobot.
Thank you very much.
How did you find that?
It was a bit of a laugh, actually. It was only 3 of us in the arena for that last fight, so we had a better chance of getting through to the next round.
Well, thank you very much,
Okay.
and good luck in that arena. You got any tactics now that you know who you're fighting?
Just going to spin it up and try and knock them out of the way. Try and disable that flipper as soon as I can.
Grim Reaper, congratulations, you all through.
Thank you very much.
Any damage? Let's just see your face first. These are the eyes on damage cam.
No,
Any damage?
That's about it.
Who
a little
did
bit
that?
there. That was Big Nipper.
What tactics have you got now you know who you're fighting?
It's the same. Just ram and flip them.
And how's the Grim Reaper feeling? Grim Reaper, how are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay? You've now got a deeper voice?
Yes, I've been shouting for our team.
Good. And are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am.
Try and look a little bit happier.
Okay.
Gyrobot.
Would have been a killer cat's fur as a trophy for Gyrobot. Steve Wood there, the owner, the builder, the financer.
The Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper. You can't outrun the Reaper. Simon and Gary Smith and young Charlie. There's their bodyguard.
Roboteers, stand by.
And here are ours. Sir Gillalot. A blink of the eye. And Cassius Chrome.
3, 2, 1.
Gyrobot will spin. The Grim Reaper will come full frontal to get the flipper in to action. Gyrobot comes back down to earth. Don't forget the weapon is the outer spinning rim. Weighs 35 kilos and spins at 750 RPM. If Steve can get it up to that maximum speed. It's already in the CPZ, just on the edge of it there. The CPZ, the corner patrol zones, if you're new to Robot Wars, bossed by the house robots. They can act and damage and destroy in there. The Grim Reaper looks very purposeful. This team actually appeared previously in Robot Wars, in the third Wars, and lost a bigger brother. It's taken them a while to perfect a good-looking machine, and they're chasing Gyrobot now, slamming it against the arena wall. The Grim Reaper's actually the lighter of the two machines, only by a kilo. Ah, but the Gyrobot's in underneath now. No, it isn't. Good recovery by the Grim Reaper. In there goes Cassius Chrome, a little jab of those front spikes. For me, it's all the Grim Reaper and the Gyrobot defensively. Now, what do you call that tactic? I think it's called running away. That's it. Spinning. A bash from the rear of the Grim Reaper, then the flipper. You see, every time it flips, as long as Gyrobot can stay away from the arena sidewall, then the Smith boys and Grim Reaper can't actually do it much damage. Because the Gyrobot simply lands, spins, self-rights and scuttles away. Different tactic. Press the pit release and hear the alarm, you see? Just see the top of your picture going down. Good chase here. The Grim Reaper has it in its clutches. Off the arena sidewall. And into the hands of the house robot. A shake of the head there from Charlie Smith, Team Spy. Likes his football, likes his racing cars, likes his Robot Wars. The Grim Reaper again. Pursuing. So if he goes to the judges, star control, damage and aggression, for pure aggression, the Grim Reaper must have it. Damage, not a lot sustained, a lot caused, a few scratches. But it'll be worrying for the Grim Reaper team, should they go on, and I think they will, that they can't finish off Gyrobot. And who knows what the judges might decide, unless the Grim Reaper can finish it here against the angle grinder. Bit of a whiff of steam. Vented from the arena floor. Yeah, looks as if it's going to go to the judges, doesn't it? Which means the Gyrobot defensively have shown a lot of control. That'll count in their favour. But I don't think they've been aggressive enough. Good battle though, eh?
Well, a spinner versus a flipper. Too close to call. We're going to have to go to the judges. You know the criteria. The Grim Reaper is standing by. While they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
First shove of the battle. The Grim Reaper on gyrobot, and that really set the pattern. I know the gyrobot hit back there, and you did have the spinner, but you see the Grim Reaper just turned around, gave it its better armament, pressed the pit release. It was doing all the work, wasn't it? Don't think the judges are going to have to wait too long.
And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria, lad. Style control, damage aggression. They've gone for the Grim Reaper! A bit outmanned, really.
Yes, I know.
I mean, they've got a team of 4. They've got some unusual help down there.
Yeah.
And you're a team of 1.
So what chance have I got, eh?
Billy no mates.
Oh, all right.
Couldn't you even hired someone to stand by you?
No, they're all working.
Are they?
They've got jobs to do.
Your first outing on Robot Wars.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And I'm out.
Why did you go for that design?
It's an awkward design to get hold of. I think people get deflected off all different ways, and it's a bit slippery with the outside ring rotating around, and it's invertible as well, so it'll run any way up, like you found out. I mean, I got flipped a few times, but just carried on driving around the arena more than anything.
Is it difficult to drive? It looked a bit difficult.
It's a little bit, because I got to start inverting the controls when I go upside down, and then before you know it, I'm back over again to the other side. So.
How do you know which way's left and right, though, when it's kind of...
I don't. I've got a special controller which has got a wheel on it, so I just think clockwise or anti-clockwise.
It's nice to have you on board, sir. Welcome to Robot Wars. Say hello to Gyrobot! They're going to be saying goodbye to him now as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think that went for you?
Fine.
You don't do anything on the team, do you? You just stand there looking good, don't you?
Yeah.
Shall I talk to him then?
Yeah.
The flipper works?
Yes, works well.
Where have you been? You were in the Third Wars, and then where did you go?
We were tired.
You were tired?
It was a long day, no. We came back, tried again, didn't get through.
Yeah.
And the last time we were coming back, we couldn't self-right. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we phoned up and said, can't come.
We can't come.
We can't come and play.
Now listen, the robot now is fairly formidable, isn't it?
Yep.
How long have you worked on that?
It's only taken a couple of months to build.
Yeah.
It's only designed for 7 fights.
And you think you're going to get through those 7 fights?
I'm surprised to get this far.
Well, you're great competitors.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you as back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Grim Reaper!
So we know the Grim Reaper are through, and this was the moment that Big Nipper found out they were fighting Jackson Wallop from Jane in the pits.
Jackson Wallop. Yeah, that's fine with us. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine with us.
You reckon you can take him?
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely no problem.
See, his disc is higher than our robot, so he can't hit us.
You're smiling all the way at the bank this time.
Hopefully, yes. Now we'll know who we're fighting. We shall put the jaws on. These are the pair of jaws that we were going on.
Oh, look at them, everybody. Good luck, lads, but you seem pretty confident.
Yes, I think we've got it easy.
Big Nipper reckons that he is low enough to get under you without you touching him with that rotating.
He's right, yeah.
We'll just have to shove.
Is that going to be enough?
Well, it's going to have to be, yeah.
CPZs. Into the CPZs.
Into the CPZ, straight into the house robots.
That's the only tactics we've got at the moment, so that's plan A.
It's plan A. Plan B is?
I don't know, we'll think about it when plan A doesn't work.
Big Nipper.
There it is, only 19 centimetres high, Big Nipper. They're the team Graham Dawson, Mark and Harold Lum.
Jackson Wallop.
The weapon on top of Jackson Wallop, at least 33 centimetres high, off the ground. A problem then for Bernie Ryder and Helen Thorpe.
Roboteers, stand by.
We'll give them a couple more problems to think about, shall we? There's dead metal in the arena, with the saw and the pincers. And shunt 2.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This for a place in the Heat B final. Good aggression from Jackson Wallop there, you see. Can't touch Big Nipper. And back bashing off the ref bot, out of control as well early on. That's because of the effect of its rotating blade on top. Crashing, smashing the pit release button, and will now try the big shove. But Big Nipper will stay out of trouble here, I'm sure. Big Nipper is actually the heavier of the two. Again, you wouldn't think it, would you, by looking at them? Onto the angle grinder. Jackson Wallop trying to release and get away. Fought in previous Robot Wars in a previous incarnation as Attila the Drum. I don't know if any of you Robot Wars veterans can remember that. I think they're in trouble with one of Big Nipper's claws wedged into one of the Jackson Wallop tyres. Yeah, there, look. See it? It's come off. So that'll affect Jackson Wallop's pushing ability. That was their one main tactic. What can they do now? Real test here for Bernie Ryder, production engineer by trade. A little glance from Shunt, and Big Nipper, to be honest, is just waiting. There's the crumpled and torn tyre. If you're going to build a robot for Robot Wars, consider the danger of exposed tyres. Very vulnerable. Looks good though, doesn't it, Jackson Wallop? It's psychedelic. But in real trouble here. Dead metal. The saw cleaves through the spinning weapon of Jackson Wallop. Oh, look at that. Might as well be plywood out there, really, under the effect of that enormously powerful circular saw of dead metal. And pulling Jackson Wallop away. And the draw, to be honest, for this second round defeated Jackson Wallop. They could never get any advantage over Big Nipper. Maybe they should have thought about that when creating the machine. Spinning, dancing, going nowhere. Graham Dawson, Mark and Harold Lum will have to go back to the drawing board. Wedged into the corner. In comes dead metal. Oh, they're queuing up, look. Shunt waiting to have a go as well. Jackson Wallop can't get out of there now. Just a question of damage limitation. Ooh, glancing blow from the blade. Skittering along that blade, making a horrible noise. What a sorry sight that is for a team of Roboteers. Can't get out. Can't do any damage to Big Nipper. The fight is over. It's just a question now of what the house robots can do. Dead metal with a push down the pit. A release perhaps, and sense of relief for Bernie and Helen. But their machine isn't going to sustain any more damage, and that's it.
Cease.
Big Nipper through to the heat final. Bye-bye, Jackson Wallop.
Jackson Wallop gets absolutely walloped. Big Nipper through to the heat final! Well, you're named after an action painting. Yeah. There was a bit of action there.
Oh, yeah?
Especially with the house robots.
Yeah, look what they've done to my paintwork.
And the saw just easily cut through your disc.
I know, yeah. The disc bit isn't very thick, but the bar bit going across is quite thick. So
what's the disc made out of?
Just ordinary steel. Yeah. That's why it bent. But,
that's why it doesn't work. Shouldn't have been toughened and hardened.
Yeah, it should have done, but it was limited for what I could do in the time. So.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Jackson Wallop. Well, you know you're fighting with Grim Reaper in the heat final.
Again.
Yeah, and that's a flipper. Yeah. What do you think? What's the plan?
It was very evenly matched the first time in the heats, so hopefully we'll do well.
They reckon they're going to take you.
I don't think it's powerful enough. They can't get us out of the arena.
Well, there you go then. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Big Nipper. Join me after the break when Big Nipper take on Grim Reaper in the heat final.
After the break, the Heat B final. This a taster of things to come. Grim Reaper and Big Nipper. Pushing and shoving. Who will carry the day? Who will tumble out? This is the machine they're all talking about in Heat B of Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. Grim Reaper through to the Heat final to meet Big Nipper and looking hugely impressive. But there could yet be an upset.
Welcome back to Robot Wars. And if we're sweating, it's because tonight the war zone's been on fire. And we're now preparing for what should be an amazing Heat final.
It's strange, Craig. Big Nipper have crept through almost unnoticed. Everyone's talking about the Grim Reaper and Jane's in the pits with them.
Tell me a little bit about your tactics in this final.
There's no such thing as tactics. We just go in and do what we need to do. We just make it up as we go along, basically.
But you do have a very powerful flipper there.
Yes.
So tell me exactly how powerful and how it works.
It's just a full pressure flipper. It's CO2 powered. It's a hydraulic ram converted to use CO2. It lifts about 250 kilos. You can flip 100 kilos fairly easily. It's what it is.
So you're going to flip Big Nipper out of the arena?
We're going to have a go.
I'm going to go over now to Big Nipper. You're not actually Big Nipper, you're part of the team.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your tactics in this fight.
Tactics are, start with, put the jaws on the floor and get under him. Then we're going to pin him to the side. And then we're going to open the jaws. He's going to fall inside them and he's going to be flattened.
So, how will they end up? Heat winner or dog's dinner? As we let the Heat final begin!
And as always, Craig, the crowd will play a major part.
Big Nipper.
Out come the team from Colne in Lancashire. Graham Dawson, Mark Lum and Harold Lum.
The Grim Reaper.
And that powerful CO2 flipper of the Grim Reaper. Simon and Gary Smith and little Charlie.
Roboteers, stand by.
And in the arena for the house robots, our new boy, the boxing house robot, Cassius Crone with the black eye, and Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And let me remind you, this is for a place in the series semi-finals later on. The Grim Reaper. Simon at the controls. Just a little push from Big Nipper. Big Nipper is a kilo heavier than Grim Reaper and is certainly starting this very well. The underdogs, as I mentioned before, no one really has noticed them getting through to this stage. It's a very well-built machine. It needs to get out of the CPZ. A rattling good display so far from both these machines. The Grim Reaper team looks on. So do the Big Nipper boys. Cassius Crow dancing about in the CPZ. The ref bot comes in and has a look. An attempt by the flipper of the Grim Reaper. And Big Nipper gets its claws to work and they're gripped onto each other. The Big Nipper holding onto the arena's side wall. Like a wrestler holding onto the ropes, trying to get away from trouble. Get some sort of relief. No relief there. Slammed. Invertible can run both ways up. Together they meet again. The Grim Reaper can't get any effect out of that flipper that can hoist easily the 100 kilos of Big Nipper. At the range of Sergeant Bash's flamethrower to the other side, the other corner of the arena. And the Big Nipper slowly and surely has put the Grim Reaper up on its end. They can self-right using the flipper. They're clawed by Sergeant Bash and drawn out into the centre of the arena. But away they turn and get up to 12 miles an hour, the Grim Reaper. Quick turning though. 0 centimetre turning circle. Can spin, in other words. Pensive. Dogged. Wasteful. Big Nipper. I think he's on top. Not physically.
Cease.
But I think they ended in the ascendancy, judges. What do you think? This could be a surprise, you know. Let's have a look. Good start by Big Nipper. The Grim Reaper in trouble, so they need to recover points. They did there. And there. But at the end, had the Big Nipper come back to take control? I think so.
Well, the judges have made the decision. You know the criteria on which all robots are judged. And they've gone for Grim Reaper! Controversial out there.
That was close, but we didn't know really.
The judges said it was extremely close, and they just thought that Grim Reaper was slightly more aggressive.
Yeah.
At first, he came out the starting blocks a lot quicker than you, but as the fight wore on, you came back and you came back, and you looked like a stronger robot to me at the end.
Yeah, we came back, yeah.
Yeah, are you disappointed?
Not really, because we had a great fight, really, and we're undamaged.
You're undamaged?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Big Nipper! Have you paid them judges? That is your third judge's decision.
I know. That's what I said. We always get a judge's decision. But that is a wicked team, wicked robot. Oh, we couldn't have. It was
But
brilliant.
not wicked enough, guys. You stole it.
Yep,
You
just
stole it because you came out of the blocks really
gunning for it.
aggressive, you know, and it could have been over really quickly, couldn't it?
We tried. Well, we thought get under them, flip them out, but
fair's fair. Towards the end of the fight, it looked like you guys were running out of steam. These guys were getting stronger.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's a very slippery floor. Traction was just the wheels were spinning, but unbelievable. It was a brilliant fight.
It was a great fight. I mean, it was a right ding-dong battle. Go hell for leather for the Grim Reaper! Well, poor old Big Nipper couldn't get his jaws around the grimmest of Reapers on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Controversy and Heat B. Will we have more in the next hectic harem-scarum robot-brained rumble featuring the return of number 5 seed Dan Tomkia?
The uber-polite Alexander and Richard are here next on Challenge with Pointless. It's quite the opposite over on Pick. There's a load of potty mouths in Road Wars.
Flippin' tastic.